feel like it's my thing to talk about fast food restaurants, but I was at Chick-fil-A the other day. And
It's one of your favorite things.
It's one of my favorite things. I know. So me and Annie were at Chick-fil-A and we were waiting on Core to get out of dance. We're just kind of sitting there talking and after we were eating. And so I was like, do you want a refill? So I get her a drink and I go get a refill and I'm standing there and there's like 4 disgruntled people standing on the corner and you can tell they're all like peeved for some reason. I guess they've been there a while. So I stood there for, I don't know, it could have been like 2 or 3 minutes. The guy that's standing next to me looked at me and said, all I want is some barbecue sauce. That's all I want is barbecue sauce. So I was like, okay, well, I'll be right back. And I turned around and walked back to my table. Annie always eats barbecue sauce and she had an extra one. So I grabbed it and I walked back up there. I'm like, here you go. And he like could look perplexed because he was angry. And then I handed him what he wants. And he's still coming out of anger, but he's perplexed too. And he was like, thank you. And I said, my pleasure.
Because I have yet to ever get them. You've tried to teach me how to do it, but I cannot get them.
Well, that's my goal. Yeah, that was not with a Chick-fil-A employee, but yes, that's my challenge when I go to Chick-fil-A is to try to say something so the employee says thank you so that I can say my pleasure.
My pleasure.
But I did this legit. I actually served the guy and I said my pleasure. and he, as he walked away angrily, he started laughing. Like it dawned on him how stupid it was.
I love it.
I don't know why fast food is like my theme for this stupid podcast, but it is. That's my interaction with people selling me stuff is at Chick-fil-A.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Tim C.
Hey, I'm Landon Blank.
You're listening to Hacking Concrete. This podcast is sponsored by DeWalt. We usually tell you our favorite tools, but we're going to put that throughout the episode this time because it actually fits.
It fits something.
Yeah. So I got an email the other day where actually it's the most common email I get from people who are looking into our courses online. And the question is, it's always, how do you get customers?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I always, send them a few little ideas. But so once you get your initial contact, we've always found that the best way to like land the customer is to give them something.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
whether it's your time, whether showing up real quick, or we don't do so good at that anymore.
No, we don't do that.
But when we do get that is a demo.
A demo, yeah. We learned that a long time ago from like a mentor type guy. He was like 70 some years old. And he just told us that one day on the job. I still remember him one day telling us, he's like, that's how I land every job. I say, can you let me do a demo for you?
Let me come give you a demo.
How many demos have you done?
Oh my gosh. Who knows? Who knows? But, and it is so true because what it's doing is it's connecting you to them. They feel obligated, right?
Yeah.
You spent your time, spent your money
Yep.
to come out here and do that. I do feel like though, 10 years ago, it was a lot more of a connection.
Yeah, I think so too. It's the online thing. People are willing to take prices online so much now that you don't get to go out and do any in-person stuff much anymore.
Or don't forget about the contractor that we spent so much time on for 2 different huge projects. Spent thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm saying is in the past, it almost felt like we still got to do it.
Yeah.
But in the past, it almost felt like, hey, these dudes came out and did this. We need to give them a shot at this job.
Yeah.
But we spent thousands on 2 separate projects that
that we didn't get.
we didn't even get a call and say, hey, thank you for your time.
No, that's true. Actually, I forgot about that.
So it's changing a little bit, but we still got to do it. I mean, you hope it is. I mean, it just depends on.
You just have to like control your costs in doing it because
True.
To go out and do a stained concrete demo, it takes like all of like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little bit different than, and the same thing for a flake. If you're doing flake systems, you can make big squares at home and put them in the mail and send them out there.
Right.
That does the same thing. If somebody gets a package of this big sample, it accomplishes the same thing.
Oh, I've been trying to land this job. I didn't tell you about this. I've been trying to land this job. I gave her the whole wheel of samples, right, for chip.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't like that. So then I had to go order more chips.
Oh my goodness.
But it didn't come in the sheets.
They came in the bags.
It came in bags. And they were like, what am I supposed to do with this? I can't do. Well, I said, well, you could sprinkle them on the floor and you'll get an idea of what it looks like. She's like, no, I can't do it. So we had to order another sheet.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
She rejected. You're telling me she rejected the.
Well, she wasn't mean about it. She was like, I just don't feel like I can get a feel of what the floor is going to be like.
My goodness.
Which is fine. I get it.
You might should cut that customer loose.
But so what I'm saying is, in the past, you almost felt they were burdened to choose us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I guess a modern way of dealing with that now is that when I was dealing with a customer on a metallic job, they wanted samples with a bunch of colors. So we used that visualizer online, and I sent them a video of me talking and clicking through the computer, giving them ideas. And I sent that, and like they were like so appreciative that I did that.
Yeah.
So that's like a really quick modern way of doing the same thing.
That's a
Today's podcast, we're talking about Robert Cialdini's 6 original social triggers from the book Influence. That was the first one, called Reciprocity. Lane and I did not realize that we do a lot of these. I just read the book a couple years ago, but we've been doing a lot of these forever. I guess it's just obvious what they are, but it's kind of good to have this list, and we're going to go through this list and kind of like break it down so you can see how we can apply that to like the concrete world.
What goes with your demos?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Did I say this? Did I say it was sponsored yet?
You did. You did.
All right. Yes. So my favorite tool this week is the Well, I usually say the HEPA-Vac. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
I think we've said that on every episode. But today's favorite tool is the HEPA-Vac.
And with this
But
vac,
it's different.
With this vac, all you got to do is just hook a hand grinder to it real quick, and it's in the back of your truck, which is super easy.
Yeah, I remember I did a demo in Richmond one time, and it was a stained concrete demo. And we were driving to Richmond, which is 2 hours away, and it was just pouring rain, and I had all my gear in the back covered under like these tarps. So now with this little thing, so this and a hand grinder is all I need now. It fits in the back seat.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome.
Quick demo. So the second one is commitment and consistency.
Yeah.
All right. So you go first, because I've got some.
Okay. So the idea is that people, when they contact you, they want to stay consistent to their original goal. And if you like remind them of that, that helps close the process. Okay. So for example, I had a customer that wanted a blue and gray metallic epoxy floor. That was the initial thing that they wanted. And then as we're going through the sample process, they're like getting me to do gray samples and a black sample. So after I've done all these things, I did like 4 or 5 samples for this guy. After I've done those, he's not really happy with like any of them. And I was just like, hey, you know, we can go back to the blue one that we did, the first one, because that was like your gut. You really should always go with your gut, the first thing you want it. And he was immediately like, yes, blue one, I'm done. Let's go with that. Which I thought was, at the time, I thought it was weird because like he went from doing all these gray things back to blue, but it actually makes sense. It's like, that's whatever social thing happens in their mind, that must be what that is.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I view this as kind of different from commitment and consistency. This is where I feel like I've done poor, not saying consistently in front of our commercial customers.
Oh yeah.
Not reaching out to the sales department. I mean the
sales guys, the estimators.
Estimators. Because in my mind, if we do a good job, we should always be committed to. We should always, I mean, we hit all your goals, right? So why not just call us all the time and get it? But no, it's not like that, dude. It's top of mind. People, they're getting new kids out of college. They don't know.
Yeah.
You know, and just because we've been whatever with them in the past, I have failed in not getting in front of them more.
Yeah. You have to think that like we have a hard time remembering the jobs that we've done for this customer you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like we have a hard time remembering all we've done for them.
Yeah.
So there's no way that they remember what we've done for them. We can't.
What a great point. That's true.
Because we're one of 100 people in the job.
So I was at a restaurant here in town, and I saw a guy sitting with his 5 employees, and then one guy that didn't fit him.
How'd you know?
Oh, because he's wearing his collared shirt with his logo on it.
One guy's clean and 5 guys are dirty.
Yeah, right. And I couldn't read the freaking logo. And all of a sudden, they started talking about epoxy. The guy started talking about all of our competitors locally. Well, I'd never seen this guy before. So I'm texting you. I was like, hey, I've never seen this guy. Ended up being a Stonehard rep.
Okay.
Out of state, right?
Yeah.
But he knew about us. He knew about our other competitor, and he was just talking about it. And I'm like, I hear him talking about all these jobs. I'm like, how is this? So I'm contacting you, and I'm like, Tim, how are we not hearing about these?
Yeah.
Because we're not in front of them all the time.
It's true, yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's all it is that a lot of the guys that we're competing with are like concrete finishers, and they're just in front of the contractor all the time.
True.
So they hear about it before we get there.
Yep.
Before we have a chance to do it.
Yep. Or either like we're having a huge amphitheater built downtown. I got a call from them the other day. It's like, hey, I need you to do these epoxies in the bathrooms. I was like, okay, great. We have time.
Yeah.
But I don't see the contract on this. And they were like, oh, sorry, that was somebody out of a city 2 hours away that's doing it in our town, and we never even got the call about it.
Unbelievable.
I don't put that on. I mean, I put that on. We got to stay up on that better.
Yeah, we do. Have to
So
say that better.
commitment and consistency. Commitment is the consistency of staying in front of customers. And also one last thing on this commitment, because this stuff burns me up. So remember what happened to us a couple weeks ago?
What?
We got a call. I got a call on a Friday. It said, hey, can you meet me on Tuesday to look at this project for, it was a big polish job for what we have worked for these people for years.
Yeah.
Everything's been great. They love it. Got a call Monday and I was like, oh no, did I miss? Hey, sorry, did I miss the appointment? I thought it was Tuesday. They were like, no, you didn't miss the appointment, but we already got someone to do it and they gave us a great price.
Oh, yeah. Unbelievable.
They gave us a great price, so we're just going to go with them. And I said, well, I didn't give you a price. Where's the commitment?
Yeah.
Where's the commitment and the consistency that we gave you?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we're disproving these things.
Yeah. So I'm going at a different way. But all right, third, social proof. What are we talking social proof? I mean, social media or social proof? What is?
So social proof is like, he means that like when you're selling a job, social proof is when you have that logo on your website that says you've been in business for 25 years. Or you have all these awards laying around. They see those.
Hey, we just got 3 new ones.
We just got 3 new ones. Yeah. Basically, you want to show people that you've done a lot of work. You're well known for it. And all their friends and all the people they admire are using you too. So, and the ways you do that would be with that, showing your awards off, showing your before after photos. The Google review thing is huge. That's what it is. You put that all over your website. That's social proof. It's also, if you don't have all these reviews and all these complex things, like you've not done 100 jobs, you literally can do one job. And usually that's enough for people if they just see one job that you've done, that you've completed for a person that's similar to them and they have a similar situation. So, I mean, usually if you're like, I tell people the easiest way to get into the garage floor business and get going is to just do a garage floor. Like go to your, do some ice house in your neighborhood or one of your friends in their neighborhood. Somebody that's in a neighborhood though, don't do like a free garage for some dude that's out in the sticks.
Right.
So you go in this neighborhood, you do that garage, you take pictures of it, you get the guy to leave you a Google review, you have that on your website, and then you go door to door in that neighborhood and you put flyers in all their paper boxes, which is super annoying, but this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, as part of the basis for you doing that job, because it's your first job, you're going to do it at a discount or for free. So part of the payment for that is that you get that guy to post in his neighborhood Facebook group and say, here's pictures of my garage. They did a great job. Call them. So now they've seen the yard sign when they drive by the guy's house. They've gotten the postcards in their mailbox, and they've gotten this guy saying that you're awesome. Yep. All these things are like social proof of this company's doing something that I want, and my neighbor's got it, and I don't have it.
Right. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep. My social proof is through. It's just like you just get a steamroll going of where everyone's using this guy.
Yeah.
Everyone. Yeah. Oh yeah. They did ours. They did ours. They did ours. I mean, it happened. It happens all the time. It happens. We did a job 10 years ago downtown, and then we did a job this year downtown, and then it feels like, well, yeah, they did ours. We did ours. And it's just a steamroll.
Yeah.
Of credibility. It
is. Yeah. The thing that really built the polished concrete business is that the president of the college here in town, we were young. It was probably 15 or 20 years ago at this point. The president of the college emailed the guy in charge of maintenance and operations on campus and said, these are great guys. They're Liberty grads. Give them a shot.
Yeah.
And that worked. That got us our foot in the door. And we did our first job at that campus over there. And then we stayed there for the next 10 years because we did that one job on campus. But in addition to that, though, every single estimate that we go on, we're like, I always name drop that we did stuff at Liberty. Yeah. Like every single time we did stuff at Liberty. And then they say, well, what did you do at Liberty? And then I say, well,
where do you want to start?
Basically everything.
Yeah.
But that's like the easiest way to sell there. Then they're like, oh, you did that at Liberty?
Yeah.
That's like, I think that that's one of my favorite lines in one of our Facebook ads is that we say, you've probably walked on our floors before. Right. That's social proof.
Whether it's at a marine
that's a bold
base,
statement,
a university, or your garage.
Yeah. So that's a perfect example of social proof. But anyways, that's the first 3. This is going to be a 2-part podcast. I don't do this as much at this point in our career because we have such a catalog. But when we were like earlier, just starting out, we would forever take a job. We would lower the price and not make anything on it, whatever we had to do to get it, because we knew we were doing a high profile job.
Yeah.
And that would serve as our social proof later.
Yeah, we acted.
There's a bunch of jobs we did that
we
way.
acted as a nonprofit. We still do it.
Yeah, we did.
We totally did that wrong. So
Yeah.
we a 501c. Are we a nonprofit? Or are we actually doing business?